Hello everyone, and welcome back to Body Revival. I'm so glad you're here, and I want to extend a huge thank you to all of you who have been following our channel. Your support truly means the world to us, and it motivates us to keep bringing you valuable health information that can genuinely make a difference in your lives. If you haven't already, please do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. And don't forget to turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss out on our latest videos, packed with practical tips and insights to help you live a healthier, happier life. We've got so much more incredible content coming your way, and we don't want you to miss a single moment. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects millions worldwide, a silent epidemic that's rapidly gaining ground and impacting public health on an unprecedented scale. We're going to talk about blood sugar, specifically how it can go awry and, even more importantly, a simple, almost unbelievably easy trick you can do right before your meals that has the potential to instantly lower your blood sugar. Yes, you heard that right, instantly. This isn't some complex medical procedure or a drastic diet overhaul. It's a surprising, easy practice that can profoundly impact your insulin levels and overall metabolic health. Why is this topic so crucial? Well, consider this: the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, reports that over 38 million Americans, roughly 1 in 10, have diabetes. Even more alarming, about 96 million adults, that's more than 1 in 3, have prediabetes, and a staggering 80% of them don't even know they have it. These aren't just numbers, they represent real people, real lives, facing increased risks of heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, nerve damage, and even blindness. Globally, the statistics are equally sobering, with diabetes cases projected to skyrocket in the coming decades. This isn't just a medical issue, it's a societal challenge that touches families, healthcare systems, and economies. High blood sugar doesn't just affect those diagnosed with diabetes. It can creep up on anyone, leading to fatigue, brain fog, weight gain, and a host of other seemingly unrelated symptoms that subtly degrade our quality of life. Understanding how to manage it, even with small, consistent efforts, can be truly life-changing. It's about empowering you with knowledge and practical tools to take control of your health, to prevent problems before they start, and to reverse course if you're already on the path to high blood sugar. So, stick with me, because what I'm about to share could be one of the most impactful pieces of information you hear today. It's simple, it's effective, and it's something you can start doing immediately after watching this video. Let's begin by exploring some of the early signs and symptoms that your blood sugar might be out of balance. Recognizing these subtle cues is absolutely vital, because early detection can make all the difference in preventing more serious complications down the line. One of the most common, yet often overlooked, signs is frequent urination, especially at night. Now, everyone gets up to use the restroom sometimes, especially if they've had a lot to drink before bed. But if you find yourself making multiple trips to the bathroom throughout the night, far more than you used to, it could be a red flag. Here's why this happens. When your blood sugar levels are high, your kidneys, which are amazing filters, try to remove the excess sugar from your blood. They do this by flushing it out through your urine. To get rid of all that sugar, your kidneys need more water, which means your body produces more urine. It's like your body is trying to dilute the sugary overload. Imagine a simple example. You've just had a big, sugary dessert, a large slice of cake and a sweet soda. Your blood sugar spikes. Your kidneys go into overdrive to process that sugar, and you might find yourself needing to urinate more frequently shortly after. If this is happening consistently, day in and day out, regardless of what you've eaten in a specific instance, it's a strong indicator that your baseline blood sugar levels might be elevated. The consequence of not detecting this early can be significant. Persistent high blood sugar puts a tremendous strain on your kidneys over time. This continuous overwork can eventually lead to kidney damage, known as diabetic nephropathy, which can progress to kidney failure, requiring dialysis or a kidney transplant. Beyond the long-term damage, the immediate consequence is disrupted sleep, which impacts everything from your mood and energy levels to your cognitive function and immune system. you wake up feeling exhausted, groggy, and generally unwell, setting a negative tone for your entire day. This constant cycle of poor sleep and high blood sugar creates a vicious loop, where one exacerbates the other, making it harder and harder to feel your best. It's crucial not to dismiss frequent urination as just getting older or drinking too much water. If it's a new or persistent pattern, it warrants attention. Another crucial sign to watch out for is increased thirst, often accompanied by dry mouth, even if you feel like you're drinking plenty of fluids. This symptom goes hand in hand with frequent urination. As your kidneys work overtime to expel excess sugar through urine, your body loses more fluids than usual. This fluid loss leads to dehydration, which then triggers your brain's thirst mechanism, prompting you to drink more. It's your body's way of trying to compensate for the fluid deficit. Think of it like this. If you're constantly losing water from a leaky bucket, you'll naturally try to pour more water into it to keep it full. Similarly, your body keeps demanding more fluids because it's continually trying to flush out that extra sugar. This isn't just about feeling a little parched. It can be an intense, unquenchable thirst that persists even after you've drunk several glasses of water. You might wake up in the middle of the night with a terribly dry mouth, or find yourself constantly reaching for a glass of water throughout the day, yet never quite feeling satisfied. A real-life example might be someone who always carries a water bottle, but no matter how much they drink, they still feel dehydrated. They might attribute it to the weather, or just being thirsty, without connecting it to their blood sugar. The consequences of ignoring this can be quite severe. Chronic dehydration, even if mild, can lead to headaches, fatigue, dizziness, and difficulty concentrating. More critically, persistent high blood sugar and the accompanying dehydration can lead to a serious condition called hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state, or HHS, especially in older adults. This is a medical emergency characterized by extremely high blood sugar levels and severe dehydration, which can result in confusion, seizures, coma, and even death if not treated promptly. Furthermore, the constant cycle of thirst and urination disrupts electrolyte balance in the body, impacting vital functions of the heart, muscles, and nerves. It's a clear signal that your body's internal balance is off kilter, and it's desperately trying to tell you something. So, if you're experiencing unusual or excessive thirst that doesn't seem to go away, especially when coupled with frequent urination, it's definitely time to pay attention. A third significant indicator that your blood sugar might be elevated is unexplained weight loss, despite eating more than usual. This particular symptom can be quite confusing for many people, because we often associate weight gain with issues like diabetes or insulin resistance. So, when someone starts losing weight without actively trying, especially if their appetite increases, it can seem counterintuitive and sometimes even desirable. However, in the context of high blood sugar, this weight loss is not a sign of health, it's a sign of metabolic dysfunction. Here's the underlying mechanism. When your body isn't producing enough insulin, or when your cells become resistant to the insulin your body does produce, glucose, which is your body's primary fuel source, can't enter your cells efficiently. It stays circulating in your bloodstream, leading to high blood sugar. Because your cells aren't getting the glucose they need for energy, your body starts to break down other sources of fuel. It begins to burn fat and muscle for energy, leading to unintentional and often rapid weight loss. Simultaneously, because your cells are essentially starving for energy despite the abundance of glucose in your blood, your body might send signals that you're hungry, leading to an increased appetite. So, you might find yourself eating more food, sometimes even craving sugary or carb-heavy items because your body is desperately trying to get fuel, but despite consuming more calories, you're still losing weight. Imagine someone who has always struggled with their weight suddenly starts dropping pounds without changing their diet or exercise routine, and they feel more hungry than ever. They might think, "Great, I'm finally losing weight." But if they also notice other symptoms like constant thirst or frequent urination, it's a strong alarm bell. The consequences of not addressing this early are severe. Unexplained weight loss due to uncontrolled blood sugar can lead to muscle wasting, leaving you feeling weak and fatigued. It can also signify that your body is in a state of chronic energy deprivation, which impacts every organ system. Furthermore, it often indicates that the disease has progressed to a more advanced stage, making management more challenging. Prolonged periods of cells not receiving adequate glucose can lead to a dangerous condition called diabetic ketoacidosis, or DKA, especially in type 1 diabetes, but sometimes in type 2 as well. DKA is a life-threatening condition where the body starts breaking down fats at a rapid rate, producing ketones as a byproduct, which can make the blood dangerously acidic. This requires emergency medical attention. So, if you're losing weight without explanation, and particularly if it's accompanied by increased hunger or other symptoms we've discussed, please don't just celebrate the weight loss. See it as an urgent signal from your body that something is seriously wrong and needs immediate investigation. Our fourth crucial sign, and one that significantly impacts daily life, is fatigue and lack of energy, even after a full night's sleep. Many people attribute persistent tiredness to stress, overwork, or, simply, getting older. While these factors can certainly contribute to fatigue, chronic and unexplained exhaustion can be a hallmark of elevated blood sugar. The reason behind this ties directly back to what we discussed about unexplained weight loss. Your cells need glucose for energy. It's like the fuel your car needs to run. If glucose can't enter your cells efficiently due to insulin problems, your cells are essentially starving, even though there's plenty of fuel circulating in your bloodstream. Imagine your car with a full gas tank, but the fuel line is blocked. The fuel is there, but it can't get to the engine, so your car sputters and eventually stops. Similarly, when your cells are deprived of their primary energy source, your body feels sluggish, heavy, and utterly drained. This isn't just feeling a bit tired at the end of a long day, it's a profound, pervasive fatigue that can make even simple tasks feel monumental. You might find yourself struggling to concentrate, feeling constantly sleepy, or lacking the motivation to engage in activities you once enjoyed. A real-life scenario might involve someone who used to be active and energetic, but now struggles to get through the workday without needing naps, or finds themselves canceling social plans because they simply don't have the energy. They might be getting 7-8 hours of sleep, but still wake up feeling unrefreshed, as if they haven't slept at all. The consequences of chronic fatigue are far-reaching. Beyond the obvious impact on productivity and quality of life, persistent tiredness can affect your mood, leading to irritability, anxiety, and even depression. It impairs cognitive function, making it difficult to focus, remember things, and make decisions. This can affect your performance at work or school, strain relationships, and significantly reduce your overall enjoyment of life. Moreover, it can impact your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and illnesses. If you're constantly exhausted and can't pinpoint a clear reason, especially if it's coupled with other symptoms like increased thirst or frequent urination, it's a strong signal that your body's energy production system might be compromised by high blood sugar. Addressing this early can not only prevent further health complications, but can also dramatically improve your daily energy levels and overall well-being. Don't just push through the tiredness. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Finally, a fifth key sign to be aware of, particularly because it can be quite distressing, is blurred vision. This symptom often catches people by surprise, and they might initially attribute it to eye strain, needing new glasses, or simply aging. However, sudden or fluctuating blurred vision can be a very direct indicator of high blood sugar. Here's how it works. When your blood sugar levels are elevated, the excess sugar can enter the lens of your eye. This causes the lens to swell, changing its shape and ability to focus light correctly onto the retina. Think of it like trying to focus a camera lens that's slightly out of alignment. The image just won't be sharp. As your blood sugar levels fluctuate, so does the swelling in your eye lens, which can lead to vision that sometimes seems clear and at other times appears blurry. This is why it's often described as fluctuating blurred vision. You might notice it's harder to read fine print, or that objects at a distance appear hazy. A common example is someone struggling to read road signs while driving, or finding that their usual reading glasses no longer seem to work properly. They might go to the optometrist expecting a new prescription, only to find that their vision changes from day to day or even hour to hour. The real danger of ignoring blurred vision is significant. While initial blurred vision due to high blood sugar is often temporary and can revert to normal once blood sugar levels are controlled, persistent and uncontrolled high blood sugar can lead to far more serious and permanent eye damage. This includes conditions like diabetic retinopathy, where the tiny blood vessels in the retina are damaged, leading to bleeding and fluid leakage. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can cause irreversible vision loss and even blindness. It can also increase the risk of cataracts and glaucoma. So, while a temporary blurry spell might seem minor, it's a critical warning sign that your blood sugar is high enough to affect delicate parts of your body, like your eyes. This is not a symptom to take lightly. If you experience sudden or fluctuating blurred vision, especially if accompanied by any of the other symptoms we've discussed, it's imperative to consult a healthcare professional immediately. Early intervention can prevent irreversible damage and preserve your sight. These 5 signs, frequent urination, increased thirst, unexplained weight loss, chronic fatigue, and blurred vision, are crucial indicators that your blood sugar may be too high. Recognizing them early is your first and most powerful step towards taking control of your health. Now that we've thoroughly explored the critical signs and symptoms of high blood sugar, let's shift our focus to the solution, specifically that surprising, easy practice I mentioned at the beginning of this video that can lower blood sugar instantly before meals. But before we get to that specific trick, it's vital to lay a foundation of overall metabolic health. The single most impactful, yet often overlooked, strategy is the order in which you eat your food. Yes, it sounds incredibly simple, almost too simple to be effective, but numerous studies, including research from institutions like Weill Cornell Medicine, have shown remarkable results. The trick is to consume your protein and vegetables before you eat your carbohydrates. Let me repeat that: protein and vegetables first, then carbs. This isn't about eliminating carbs or drastically restricting what you eat, but rather a strategic sequencing that leverages your body's natural digestive processes to your advantage. Here's why this works so powerfully. When you eat carbohydrates, especially refined ones like white bread, pasta, or sugary drinks, they are rapidly broken down into glucose, which then enters your bloodstream quickly, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar. This spike then triggers a rapid release of insulin to bring those levels down. Over time, these frequent and large blood sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance, where your cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder to manage blood sugar effectively. When you eat protein and vegetables first, you create a physiological buffer. Proteins slow down gastric emptying, meaning food stays in your stomach longer, which in turn slows down the rate at which glucose from later consumed carbohydrates enters your bloodstream. Vegetables, especially non-starchy ones, are packed with fiber. Fiber, particularly soluble fiber, forms a gel-like substance in your digestive tract, further slowing down sugar absorption. It also helps to blunt the rise in blood sugar and can improve insulin sensitivity. So, when you consume protein and fiber-rich vegetables before carbohydrates, you effectively slow down the entire digestive process. This means that when the carbohydrates do eventually enter your system, their glucose is released much more gradually, resulting in a significantly smaller and more controlled blood sugar spike. Instead of a sharp peak, you get a gentle curve. This reduced spike means less demand on your pancreas to produce a massive burst of insulin, which helps preserve insulin sensitivity over time. Think of it like this. Imagine a dam holding back a large reservoir of water. If you suddenly open all the gates, you get a massive flood downstream. That's what happens when you eat carbs alone first, a flood of glucose. But if you open a small sluice gate first, allowing a trickle of water to flow, and then gradually open more gates as the flow stabilizes, you manage the downstream flow much more effectively. That's what eating protein and vegetables first does for your blood sugar. A practical example would be a typical meal. Instead of starting with a slice of bread or a spoonful of rice, Begin your meal by eating the chicken breast and a large portion of broccoli or a salad. Once you've consumed a good portion of your protein and vegetables, then move on to your starchy side dish, like potatoes or rice. This isn't about deprivation, it's about smart eating. You still get to enjoy your favorite foods. But by changing the order, you dramatically alter their impact on your blood sugar. The effects can be immediate and profound. Studies have shown that simply changing the meal order can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by 30–50% compared to eating carbohydrates first. This isn't just a long-term benefit. You can literally see a difference in your blood sugar readings after a single meal if you're tracking them. Important notes when applying this strategy works best with whole, unprocessed foods. While it can help mitigate the impact of some refined carbs, it's not a license to indulge excessively in sugary or highly processed foods. The goal is to make healthy eating easier and more effective. Also, ensure your protein sources are lean and your vegetables are non-starchy for optimal results. This simple, 2-minute trick, literally taking 2 minutes to prioritize your protein and veggies before diving into your carbs, is incredibly powerful. It's an easy, actionable step you can take at every meal, starting today, to instantly improve your blood sugar response and significantly contribute to your long-term metabolic health. This is a game changer for anyone looking to manage their blood sugar, whether you have prediabetes, diabetes, or simply want to optimize your health. Beyond the revolutionary meal sequencing trick, let's delve into other foundational solutions that will further empower you to manage your blood sugar and achieve optimal health. These are not quick fixes, but rather sustainable lifestyle changes that build upon each other to create a robust defense against high blood sugar and its consequences. One of the most critical aspects is adopting a balanced, whole food-based diet. While meal sequencing is powerful, the quality of the food you eat undeniably matters. Focus on consuming nutrient-dense foods that provide sustained energy and support healthy insulin function. This means prioritizing lean proteins, such as chicken, fish, beans, lentils, and tofu. Proteins are essential for building and repairing tissues, and they have a minimal impact on blood sugar levels. They also promote satiety, helping you feel fuller for longer and reducing the likelihood of overeating or craving sugary snacks. Incorporate a wide variety of non-starchy vegetables into every meal. Think leafy greens like spinach and kale, broccoli, cauliflower, bell peppers, zucchini, and cucumbers. These vegetables are incredibly rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and they have very few carbohydrates, meaning they won't cause significant blood sugar spikes. Their high fiber content, as we discussed, is crucial for slowing down glucose absorption. Next, choose complex carbohydrates over refined ones. This means opting for whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat bread in moderation, rather than white bread, sugary cereals, and pastries. Complex carbohydrates contain fiber and are digested more slowly, leading to a more gradual rise in blood sugar. Limit your intake of added sugars and sugary drinks drastically. These are perhaps the biggest culprits when it comes to blood sugar spikes. Sugary sodas, fruit juices, even 100% fruit juice can be problematic due to concentrated natural sugars. Candies and desserts provide a rapid influx of glucose without any fiber or protein to slow absorption. They are essentially empty calories that contribute to insulin resistance and weight gain. Furthermore, be mindful of healthy fats. Incorporate sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. While fats don't directly impact blood sugar, they contribute to satiety and can improve insulin sensitivity over time. However, moderation is key, as fats are calorie-dense. A real-life dietary change might involve replacing your morning sugary cereal with a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and nuts, or swapping out your afternoon soda for water infused with lemon or cucumber. Instead of white rice with dinner, try brown rice or, even better, a large serving of steamed non-starchy vegetables. The effects of a balanced diet are profound. Over time, consistent healthy eating can significantly lower your HbA1c levels, a measure of your average blood sugar, over the past 2–3 months, improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and help you achieve and maintain a healthy weight. Important notes: consistency is paramount. One healthy meal won't undo years of unhealthy eating, but consistent smart choices will yield incredible results. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Start by making small, sustainable changes and gradually build on them. Also, pay attention to portion sizes, even for healthy foods, as excessive consumption can still impact blood sugar. This dietary approach isn't a restrictive diet. It's a sustainable way of eating that supports your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar and thrive. It's about nourishing your body with what it truly needs to function at its best. Complementing a healthy diet, regular physical activity is another cornerstone of blood sugar management and overall health. You don't need to become an Olympic athlete overnight, but incorporating consistent movement into your daily routine can have a remarkable impact on your insulin sensitivity and blood sugar levels. Here's why exercise is so powerful. When you engage in physical activity, your muscles use glucose for energy. This means that exercise helps to move glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells, effectively lowering your blood sugar levels. Even better, regular physical activity increases your body's insulin sensitivity. This means your cells become more responsive to insulin, allowing them to absorb glucose more efficiently, even with less insulin production. It's like tuning your car's engine so it uses fuel more efficiently. There are two main types of exercise that are beneficial: aerobic exercise and strength training. Aerobic exercise, such as brisk walking, jogging, swimming, or cycling, gets your heart rate up and improves cardiovascular health while burning glucose. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week, spread throughout the week. This could be 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week. Strength training, which involves activities that build muscle mass like lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises, is equally important. Muscles are the primary sites for glucose uptake, and the more muscle mass you have, the more efficient your body becomes at utilizing glucose. Aim for at least 2 days a week of strength training, working all major muscle groups. A real-life example might be someone who starts their day with a 20-minute brisk walk, takes the stairs instead of the elevator at work, and incorporates some bodyweight squats and push-ups a few times a week. It doesn't have to be a grueling gym session to be effective. Even short bursts of activity, like a 10-minute walk after meals, have been shown to significantly lower post-meal blood sugar spikes. This is particularly effective because your muscles are active when glucose from your meal is entering your bloodstream. The effects of regular exercise are extensive. Beyond directly lowering blood sugar and improving insulin sensitivity, physical activity helps with weight management, reduces stress, improves sleep quality, boosts mood, and strengthens your cardiovascular system. It's a holistic approach to health that addresses multiple factors contributing to metabolic dysfunction. Important notes for exercise: always consult your doctor before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions. Start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration as your fitness improves. Listen to your body and avoid overtraining. The key is consistency, not intensity. Find activities you enjoy so you're more likely to stick with them. Even if you only have 10-15 minutes, moving your body is always better than sitting still. Regular physical activity is not just about weight loss. It's a powerful medicine for your metabolic health, empowering your body to better manage glucose and insulin, leading to more stable energy levels and a reduced risk of long-term complications. Beyond diet and exercise, an often underestimated factor in blood sugar management is stress reduction and adequate sleep. In our fast-paced modern world, chronic stress and insufficient sleep have become alarmingly common, and their negative impact on metabolic health is increasingly recognized. Let's start with stress. When you experience stress, whether it's acute, like a sudden deadline at work, or chronic, like ongoing financial worries, your body releases stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are part of your body's fight or flight response, and one of their primary functions is to raise blood sugar levels. They do this by prompting the liver to release stored glucose and by making your cells more resistant to insulin, ensuring that your muscles have readily available fuel to deal with a perceived threat. While this is beneficial in a true emergency, Chronic stress means these hormones are constantly elevated, leading to persistently high blood sugar levels and increased insulin resistance over time. Imagine constantly revving your car's engine, even when you're stuck in traffic. It wears down the engine and wastes fuel. Similarly, chronic stress constantly revs up your blood sugar, exhausting your body's ability to regulate it effectively. Now, let's talk about sleep. Quality and quantity of sleep are profoundly important for metabolic health. When you don't get enough sleep, or if your sleep is fragmented and poor quality, it has a cascade of negative effects on your hormones, including those that regulate blood sugar. Sleep deprivation increases cortisol levels, which, as we just discussed, raises blood sugar. It also reduces insulin sensitivity, meaning your cells don't respond as well to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar levels. Furthermore, lack of sleep can disrupt appetite, regulating hormones, increasing ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreasing leptin, the satiety hormone, leading to increased cravings for high-calorie, high-sugar foods. It's a vicious cycle. Poor sleep leads to higher blood sugar, which can then make it harder to sleep, and so on. A real-life scenario might be someone working long hours, feeling constantly stressed, and only getting 5-6 hours of restless sleep per night. Despite trying to eat healthily, they find their blood sugar levels are stubbornly high, and they constantly crave sugary snacks to cope with their fatigue. This is a clear example of how stress and sleep deprivation can sabotage even the best dietary and exercise intentions. Practical advice for managing stress includes mindfulness and meditation. Even 5-10 minutes a day can make a difference. Apps like Headspace or Calm can guide you. Deep breathing exercises, simple, controlled breathing can calm your nervous system. Yoga or Tai Chi, these practices combine physical movement with mental focus and relaxation. Spending time in nature, even a short walk in a park, can reduce stress levels. Hobbies and social connection, engage in activities you enjoy and spend time with supportive friends and family. For improving sleep, establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. This could involve a warm bath, reading a book, or gentle stretching. Optimize your sleep environment. Make your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. Limit screen time before bed. The blue light from phones and tablets can disrupt melatonin production. Avoid caffeine and heavy meals close to bedtime. The effects of managing stress and getting adequate sleep are remarkable. You'll likely see improvements in your blood sugar levels, greater energy, enhanced mood, better focus, and overall improved well-being. Important notes: stress management and sleep are ongoing practices, not one-time fixes. Be patient with yourself and find what works best for your individual circumstances. Prioritizing these aspects of your health is not a luxury. It's a necessity for optimal metabolic function and a higher quality of life. By addressing stress and sleep, you're not just tackling symptoms, you're addressing fundamental drivers of blood sugar imbalance. Finally, while lifestyle modifications are incredibly powerful, regular health check-ups and monitoring are indispensable components of effective blood sugar management. You can be doing all the right things with your diet, exercise, stress, and sleep, but without objective data, you won't truly know the full picture of your metabolic health. Regular check-ups allow your healthcare provider to assess your overall health, identify potential risks, and track your progress over time. This includes various blood tests that provide crucial insights into your blood sugar status. The most important test is the HbA1c glycated hemoglobin test. This test provides an average of your blood sugar levels over the past 2 to 3 months. It's like a long-term report card for your blood sugar. Unlike a single glucose reading, which can fluctuate based on what you've just eaten, HbA1c gives a broader, more stable picture. For most people, an HbA1c below 5.7% is considered normal. A reading between 5.7% and 6.4% indicates prediabetes, and 6.5% or higher indicates diabetes. Knowing your HbA1c is essential for understanding your risk and the effectiveness of your lifestyle changes. Another common test is the fasting plasma glucose (FPG) test, which measures your blood sugar after an overnight fast, typically 8-12 hours. A normal fasting glucose is less than 100 mg/dL. 100 to 125 mg/dL indicates prediabetes, and 126 mg/dL or higher indicates diabetes. The oral glucose tolerance test (OGT) is sometimes used, especially for diagnosing prediabetes or gestational diabetes. This involves a fasting blood sugar measurement, then drinking a sugary solution, and then having your blood sugar measured again after 2 hours. A 2-hour blood sugar of less than 140 mg/dL is normal. 140 to 199 mg/dL indicates prediabetes, and 200 mg/dL or higher indicates diabetes. Beyond these specific blood sugar tests, your doctor will also likely check your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and kidney function, as these are often interconnected with blood sugar health. High blood sugar can contribute to high blood pressure and unhealthy cholesterol levels, and all three together significantly increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Monitoring your blood pressure and lipid profile helps ensure a comprehensive approach to your metabolic and cardiovascular health. For individuals diagnosed with prediabetes or diabetes, self-monitoring of blood glucose, SMBG, at home with a glucometer can be incredibly valuable. This allows you to see how different foods, activities, and stress levels immediately impact your blood sugar. It provides instant feedback, empowering you to make daily adjustments. A real-life example of the benefit of regular check-ups is someone who feels generally fine but goes for their annual physical. Their doctor orders routine blood work, and the HbA1c comes back at 6.1%, indicating prediabetes. This early detection allows them to implement the dietary and lifestyle changes we've discussed before the condition progresses to full-blown diabetes, potentially preventing years of complications. Without that routine check-up, they might have continued unaware until more severe symptoms appeared. The effects of regular monitoring are profound. It provides objective data to track your progress, allows for early detection of issues, and enables timely intervention by your healthcare provider. It also empowers you to take an active role in your health management, giving you the information you need to make informed decisions. Important notes: don't wait for symptoms to appear before getting checked. Many of the early signs of high blood sugar are subtle or easily dismissed. Be proactive. Discuss your family history of diabetes or other metabolic conditions with your doctor, as this can influence your screening frequency. If you're using a home glucometer, ensure you're trained on proper technique and understand how to interpret your readings. Regular check-ups are your partnership with your healthcare team, providing the guidance and oversight necessary to navigate your journey toward optimal blood sugar health. It's about taking responsibility and staying informed, making sure that all your efforts toward a healthier lifestyle are truly paying off, and that you catch any potential issues before they become major problems. So, as we bring this comprehensive discussion to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the immense significance of what we've covered today. We started by exploring the silent epidemic of high blood sugar, a condition affecting millions globally, often without their immediate awareness. We delved into critical early warning signs, like frequent urination, increased thirst, unexplained weight loss, pervasive fatigue, and fluctuating blurred vision. Understanding these subtle signals from your body is not just about gaining knowledge. It's about empowering yourself with the ability to detect potential issues before they escalate into serious, life-altering complications. Early recognition is your first, most powerful line of defense. It's the difference between preventing a cascading health crisis and facing a challenging, long-term battle. Then, we unveiled a truly remarkable, yet incredibly simple, practice. The 2-minute trick of eating your protein and vegetables before your carbohydrates. This isn't just a dietary suggestion, it's a scientifically supported strategy that can instantly lower post-meal blood sugar spikes, improve insulin sensitivity, and set you on a path to better metabolic health. Imagine, with just a slight shift in your mealtime routine, you can exert significant control over your body's glucose response. This seemingly small habit has the potential for monumental long-term benefits, protecting your pancreas and preventing the relentless onslaught of blood sugar roller coaster rides. But our discussion didn't stop there. We broadened our scope to encompass a holistic approach to blood sugar management and overall well-being. We emphasized the profound impact of adopting a balanced, whole food-based diet, rich in lean proteins, non-starchy vegetables, and complex carbohydrates, while drastically limiting added sugars. We highlighted the transformative power of regular physical activity, whether it's brisk walking, strength training, or simply incorporating more movement into your daily life to help your muscles efficiently utilize glucose and enhance insulin sensitivity. We also underscored the often overlooked yet critical roles of stress reduction and adequate sleep, revealing how chronic stress and sleep deprivation can silently sabotage your metabolic health by relentlessly elevating blood sugar and promoting insulin resistance. And finally, we stressed the absolute necessity of regular health check-ups and consistent monitoring, emphasizing that objective data from tests like HbA1c empower you to track your progress, catch issues early, and partner effectively with your healthcare team. Each of these components, from the simple meal sequencing trick to the broader lifestyle adjustments, forms a powerful synergy. They are not isolated pieces of advice, but interconnected strategies that collectively create a robust defense against high blood sugar and its associated health risks. The message here is clear. You have an incredible capacity to influence your health outcomes. You are not a passive recipient of your circumstances. You are an active participant in your well-being. Proactive health protection is not a burden, it is an act of self-love, an investment in your future vitality and quality of life. Change begins with awareness, but it thrives with action. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen or for a diagnosis to compel you into action. Embrace these strategies now. Start with the 2-minute trick before your next meal. Take a short walk after dinner. Prioritize that extra hour of sleep tonight. These small, consistent efforts compound over time, leading to profound and lasting positive changes. Your journey to better health is a continuous one, filled with learning, adaptation, and unwavering commitment. But remember, every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to a more energetic, vibrant, and healthier you. You have the power to change your narrative, to rewrite your health story. We at Body Revival are here to support you every step of the way, providing you with the knowledge, inspiration, and practical tools you need to thrive. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. Your dedication to your health is truly inspiring, and it's why we do what we do. Please, if you found this information valuable, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your loved ones who might benefit, and most importantly, subscribe to the Body Revival channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss our next videos on vital health topics that can continue to transform your life. We're committed to bringing you more empowering content designed to help you live your best, healthiest life. Until next time, stay well, stay informed, and keep making those positive choices that empower your body to revive and thrive. We wish you all good health, and we'll see you again very soon.